Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Beast Masters Duel Sun and Stone. It is live on Kickstarter now. In fact, this video is coming out a little bit late, so it's funded and in the final week, but I wanted to share a little bit about the game. First and foremost, this game has some pretty epic, fantastic meeples. These are just woodcuts, but I assume they'll be properly manufactured in the production copy, and I'm a big fan of fun meeples, and this game has a good set of fun meeples. So kudos to the fun meeples. But what is this? This game's basically, you know, head-to-head Pokemon. It's pretty Pokemon-esque in terms of its caricatures and the theme, but you are a Beastmaster, and each Beastmaster has beasts, and you are going to be competing with other beasts, trying to knock them out, or for territory control and other objectives. Start of the game, everyone has a certain number of beasts. They get set up in your energy zone on your duel, your player board, and you're going to be using cubes in the player board essentially for energy, the star, momentum. I think stars considered boosts and trophies, and the objective of the game is to get. I think it can change, but 15 trophies or 16 trophies, just to collect trophies. And so you are going to have your starting creatures, and each one of them has a card with their abilities, their attack, their dice rolling, all the stuff you need to know about them. And then you'll have a deck of sort of action cards that you can use, which relate to your characters, as well as essentially mini goal cards. And the gold cards are things you can do in the game to get trophies. So, you can get trophies by competing, but also everyone's moving around the board doing different objectives. In order to, different characters can, you're humans, you have human meeples, but you're not on the board, and your creatures are doing all the fun, and you are going to start each round with energy. I like the system here where they actually have a energy max that's increasing each round, and you're going to be spending your energy to trigger your human ability or your creatures. There's a really nice system here where you lay them out in 1, 2, 3, 4 slots, and the cost is based on the slot. So the 1 slot costs 1 energy, the 4 slot costs more. So based on where you put creatures, you're sort of deciding what's going to be cheap for you and what's going to be expensive. And because of that, there are creatures that also have bonuses for being in different slots, and with your human ability, or at least on this one, what's her name? Shaka. She can move people around in terms of where that order is. So the different, like all the creatures have different abilities. You have a different ability. And the game is a tactical game where you're moving around the board using your creature's movement screen. You're attacking. You're building up the star value, and then if you get it all the way up, you can flip to like a powered up version of your creature. Like there is a lot going on. It's combat's dice rolling. Interesting mechanic on the dice rolling where you have your attack dice and your defense dice. But essentially, like, the player who's defending can roll dice, but they have to match the value of the attack dice, so you have a pretty good chance to defend, but only if you roll it. There's always different ways of doing dice mechanics, but I thought that works, and the attackers have certain dice that they can roll, or numbers they're looking for, and that kind of thing, that they can use when you roll out your dice, so you have, like, blind spots or empty points. And it works. What I would say here, right, I love two-player games. This has this is a dense game. The rules need to be cleaned up. There's just a lot of work on the rule book that needs to happen. I mean, it's legible, but just in terms of getting through it, getting the font size, getting the key information, making sure to have additional diagramming, took a little bit of time to grok. But then, this is like a pretty hefty, thoughtful, mechanically heavy two-player game, right? So it's in that interesting place where you got to sort of be interested and want to play games with cute art and beasts and fun meeples, but it's not like a 5-minute explanation to a kid, right? Like, so it has the density of, you need to sort of be familiar with tactical games. I forget the Whack Fu game, the name of it, but the tactical arena game that they have. There's a lot of similarities to that, if I could remember the name. I've reviewed it. And also just Magic or Pokemon, like understanding those sort of card abilities and attack and defense and that kind of thing is important. Despite the theme and the look, it's not a beginner experience. You need to dig into it. But there's a lot of rich mechanics in here, a lot of things going on in terms of your resource management, your different objectives, whether you're going to attack or move, and I felt like there was a lot of different things going on. There's just a certain amount of density to it, and I think part of that could be from just, let's get a better rulebook together that helps streamline the learning process, and I think that will go a long way. But anyway, this is Masters Duel. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.